This hearing begins like many child welfare cases, with routine introductions and procedural matters. But what unfolds is far more emotional than anyone might expect. A father has signed away his parental rights. A young girl is caught between multiple people who love her. Family members are stepping forward. Difficult allegations are being examined, and one question sits at the center of it all. Where will Coda truly find stability, safety, and a place to call home? As the court weighs family ties, past decisions, and a child's future, pay close attention, because some of the most important moments in family court aren't the loudest ones. They're the quiet decisions that can shape a child's entire life. And later in this hearing, the judge issues an order that could have serious consequences if it's ignored.
Amy, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will call Randall County case cause number 86384C. This is an initial permanency hearing involving the child Coda Tomlin. Ms. Wildman's with us for the department. Ms. Naranjo's with us representing Coda. Ms. Graff is with us representing the father, Mr. Tomlin. Joshua Tomlin, he's not with us, not in my waiting room. I do note that he's signed an affidavit of relinquishment. And the intervenor, Mr. Murray, is with us. His attorney, Mike Warner, is not with us. I'll watch the waiting room for him. If he comes in, I'll let him in. Same with if Joshua Tomlin happened to show up. I have Tucker Ivy and Travis Molina in the waiting room.
Tucker Ivy is my worker, Judge. Mr. Molina's case isn't until 12:15.
Oh, okay. I'll let him know that. By the way, I didn't mention, but I believe Coda has joined us this morning too. Okay, Mr. Warner is in the waiting room. I'll get him in. All right. Mr. Warner has now joined us. That's all of the parties except Joshua Tomlin, the father. I've got Tucker Ivy in the waiting room twice, so
He's in now, Judge, or one of them is.
no. I'll get
I'm
both
here.
of them. I don't know how they're there twice, but we'll get him in. That'll clean out my waiting room. So let me see. Let me let Mr. Molino know. Now, I show, yeah, for 12:15. Let me get him in and let him know he doesn't need to. Mr. Molina, this is Judge Graham. If you'd unmute, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Your hearing's not till 12:15 this afternoon. I didn't want you to have to wait around in the waiting room all morning.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you very much. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure because it said 9 o'clock and then
Yeah, it's confusing. You can just log in anytime shortly before 12:15, and then if we're running a little behind, we'll get to you as quickly as we can.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Okay, I believe we're ready to go, Ms. Wellman.
The judge in the department would call Tucker Ivy.
Okay. Sir, if you raise your right hand, you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, thank you. Ms. Wildman.
All right, and Mr. Ivy, it is our understanding that Mr. Tomlin has signed an affidavit of relinquishment in this case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that has been filed into the case to your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
In talking with Mr. Tomlin, I guess leading up to the signing of that document, had he indicated that that was in fact what he was intending to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Has he worked any additional services or been in contact with you at all since he signed the relinquishment?
I talked to him once on the phone since signing the relinquishment, where he said he wasn't willing to give Coda her stuff back, essentially. But that's the only conversation we've had. He also said he's not going to do anything or talk to me anymore.
Okay. And so are you still required to make those attempts just based off of how St. Francis operates and the expectations of the department?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you continuing to make those efforts even if he isn't cooperative?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any other updates on him or where he may be or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Do you believe, as far as reunifying with Mr. Tomlin, the department has made reasonable efforts to try to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that there's a continuing danger and it would be contrary to Coda's physical and health and safety to try to reunify him with her father at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
And I mean, at this point, have any of the reasons for removal been addressed or mitigated?
No, ma'am.
And does the lack of willingness to participate in the I guess the family plan of service, or I guess have that contact or try to rebuild that relationship with Coda, another concern for the department as far as why it would be contrary to her physical health and safety to return?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now let's talk about Coda and how Coda's doing. Where is Coda currently placed?
With Martissa, it's fictive
And,
kin.
and is that the family, or I guess the friends family that she's been with since the investigative stage?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Coda, I guess, initially had indicated that she wanted to remain in that placement, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What sort of conversations have you had with Coda since, and what, I guess, has she indicated she wants to consider now?
At the moment, she's wanting to go stay with Tony, her stepdad that she had growing up, for a little bit to see how it goes where her brother is. And after that, she'll have more of an idea of where she wants to stay permanently. But at the moment, I think it's between Tony and Martissa.
And does she have, you said she had I guess it was her stepdad that she'd had for a while. Does she have a pretty significant, substantial relationship with Tony?
Yes, ma'am. Tony told me that a long time ago that he was planning on, like, he tried to adopt Coda, but he couldn't.
And is that where she was living at the time that her mother passed away?
I believe so.
And since the department has been involved, has she had the opportunity to reconnect with Tony and her brothers?
Yes, ma'am.
And how has that relationship been going so far?
Good. They've been talking to each other, and they're planning on having a visit here pretty soon, like going to see each other.
Okay. And as far as Tony is concerned, is he willing and able to take care of Coda if that is the decision that's made?
Yes, ma'am.
And I mean, from your understanding, he didn't want Coda to leave after his wife passed away, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, has he done any kind of home study at this point?
Yes, ma'am. He's done everything he needs to on his end. The approval's just pending on our end.
Okay.
But I should have an answer within the next 2 or 3 days.
And as far as that goes, are we looking at like a couple short visits, a longer term visit during the summer? What's sort of the informal plan so far?
I think she's wanting to stay at least like a couple weeks.
Okay. And then I guess if that ends up being appropriate, is that a placement move that the department could make?
Yes, ma'am.
And where do they live?
Sorry, off the top of my head, I can't remember, but it's like 3 hours away. It's a small town. I don't remember. I just know it's like 3 hours south, I think.
Okay.
Is it Waco, maybe?
Is it in I guess the original case that we pled into was originally filed, I think, in Midland. Is that where it is?
That sounds right. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so, since coming into the care of the department, has Coda been able to reconnect with other family members?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Murray, who's intervened, that's the maternal grandfather, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And has Coda been able to have regular visits with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Are they doing therapeutic visits still as well?
Yes, ma'am.
About how often are those happening?
Monthly.
And as far as the other visits, are there any sort of set times or anything?
They have a visitation schedule, but I'm pretty sure it's not like a set time.
Okay. Has Coda been able to reconnect with other family members on mom's side through Mr. Murray?
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, are there a couple of other family members who have also come forward and said that they would be willing to take Coda if necessary?
Yes, ma'am.
And so Coda, it's fair to say, has quite a few people that are willing to step up and provide permanency if necessary, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And as far as, I guess, figuring out the best fit, would there be a substantial benefit in the department's, I guess, opinion with her being able to live with her brothers and grow up with her brothers with Tony?
We would like that. Like, I mean, ultimately, I'd say it's up to Coda, but I think her living with her siblings is something that would be good for her.
And the fictive kinship placement that she's with, are they supportive of Coda?
Yes, ma'am.
And they are willing for that to be a long-term placement if necessary, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Are they, and I guess when we talk about kind of Coda trying to make that decision and figure out where she's comfortable, were they in fact the ones that told you that she might want to consider living with family?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, she told Martissa about it first, and so Martissa kind of pushed her forward into talking to me about it and her attorney.
And I mean, at this point, based off of kind of what Coda's thinking is, and I'm just going to ask from your understanding, is Coda wanting to live with Mr. Murray?
Not at this moment. I think she is wanting to either live with Tony or, yeah, at the moment, I think it's just between Martissa and Tony.
Was there a maternal aunt as well that she has indicated she might want to live with?
She said that she wouldn't want to live with her, that she still wants to keep like the contact with her, but I don't think she would want her to be placement.
And I mean, regardless of where Coda may end up permanently, does she appear to have a good support system and have people that are going to keep her in contact with all of her maternal family members?
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any services or anything that Coda needs at this time?
No, ma'am.
And she's not on any psychotropics, correct?
No, ma'am.
Are there any other updates that the department needs, either regarding Mr. Tomlin or the child at this time?
No, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
All right, thank you. Tucker, what's Tony's last name?
Tony, I can tell you right now. Thompson.
And is it Tony?
It's Thompson.
No, I mean first name, Tony.
Oh yeah, it's Tony. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
So do I need to order a home study on Tony Thompson, or
it's already been done? And he lives in Odessa, Texas. That's where
okay. So we don't have to worry about an ICPC.
No.
All right. Then what is this stuff that Joshua Tomlin is not giving back to Coda?
Let me look at the list real quick.
Judge, I have that list if you want me to announce it.
Oh.
She is wanting, there's a pink box under the bed. There are some plushies, her photos and lights, primarily photos of her mother.
Okay. All right, I'll get back around to that list here because I'm going to order that he turn it over while he's still in this case. So.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Graff, questions?
This is a significant moment in the case. Notice what the judge focuses on here. Not expensive property, not legal paperwork, but personal belongings tied to Coda's identity and memories of her mother. In child welfare proceedings, courts often recognize that emotional attachments matter, especially for children who have already experienced loss. The fact that the father reportedly refuses to return photographs and sentimental items raises important concerns. Legally, the father has already signed an affidavit of relinquishment, meaning he has indicated his intent to give up parental rights. But signing that document doesn't automatically remove every legal obligation overnight. The court still expects cooperation while the case remains active. What do you think? Should sentimental items connected to a child's late parent be returned immediately, regardless of family conflict? Let us know your thoughts in the comments because these emotional details can sometimes carry as much weight as the legal ones.
I do not have any questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Warner, any questions?
None of this witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ronho.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ivy, was there an incident that took place at Mr. Murray's residence?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that an incident involving a Kimberly Arnold?
Yes, ma'am.
And who is Kimberly Arnold?
It's Liege's girlfriend or fiance.
And were the allegations that Miss Arnold had put her hand on Coda and caused her to have a mark on her arm?
Yes, ma'am.
And was a safety plan initiated to not allow Miss Arnold not to have any unsupervised contact with Coda?
Yes, ma'am.
And did Mr. Murray sign that safety plan?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
And did Miss Arnold refuse to sign that safety plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think it would be in the child's best interest that Mr. Murray or any other person supervise Miss Arnold's contact to ensure Coda's safety?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, thank you. Anybody have further questions for Tucker?
Just one further question, Judge. Mr. Ivy, in your court report, it says that the department's asking that the next hearing be set 4 months out as a permanency hearing. Do you think, based off of the relinquishment, that it may be appropriate to ask for a final hearing sooner rather than later?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That was the only question I had, Judge.
Okay. All right then. Tucker, do I need to order no contact between Coda and this Miss Arnold, or
No, sir.
safety plan will take care of that?
Yeah, yes, sir. I think they're like where it's at now is good. I think it's just the supervision needs to be there.
Okay. All right then. Anything further from the department?
Judge, I think just since it wasn't signed by Miss Arnold, if we could get the safety plan made a court order today, I think that would be helpful.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Are you wanting me to do an interlocutory termination of Mr. Tomlin today, or just wait and do it at a final hearing?
I think we would just set a final hearing 45 days to 60 days out, Judge.
Okay. All right then. Anyone else have any other witnesses today?
I would like to call Mr. Murray.
Okay. Mr. Murray, if you'd unmute, please. If you're on there, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you'd raise your right hand, you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Warner.
Would you state your name for the record, please?
Lige Walker Murray.
And Mr. Murray, since the last hearing, can you describe for the court the visitations and the frequency that you've had with Coda?
Since the last hearing, there's been a couple of supervised visitations. And really, then her aunt and Coda came over for a weekend.
Are you asking the court to allow you to take her by yourself when she wants to go? I think that's how the language was. There's no specific order for possession or access for you, but just when she wants to. How does that go? How do y'all get together and go do whatever you want to go do?
Well, Coda doesn't respond to texts or anything. She seems like she's forced to go to supervised visitations. So I don't know. That's kind of up to her.
Where are the supervised visitations taking place?
At a counselor's office here in Canyon.
And how long have the two of y'all been going to that counselor since the last hearing?
at least 4 times. Because
Can
at the
you
last hearing, we hadn't started, but it was shortly thereafter.
can you just tell the court in your own words how what's your perception of how the visitation is going with her, with Coda?
Well, this is something I took from the last visitation. I asked her what she wanted to do this summer. She said she wanted to sleep. Where is anybody giving this young lady any goals or expectations?
Sir, don't ask questions, just answer questions.
Okay.
Can you describe your relationship with her?
I'm not real sure how to describe it. I'm trying to
It's difficult to have one when you're sitting there in a supervised visitation for an hour.
I don't think so. The counselor is really good. I appreciate his input. You know, to sit down over a meal or something. I mean, she'll just be on her phone the whole time. So,
Or are you asking the court just to continue the status quo or the way that things are with regard to you and Coda?
yes,
Until a later date.
yes,
And do you believe that to be in her best interest to have contact with you?
I do. Yes, sir.
Anything else you want the court to know that we haven't discussed?
Well, I do. I do believe somebody needs to be giving her some guidance, not just being a friend.
And is that important to you?
I believe that's important to me, my family, and society. Yes.
Thank you. I'll pass witness.
Anyone have questions for Mr. Murray?
Just briefly, Judge. Mr. Murray, what's your relationship with Tony like?
Tony is a godsend. I've known him for quite some time. He's an incredibly patient young man. He's a hardworking young man. It's a really good relationship. He just took my grandson to San Antonio this weekend for a soccer tournament. You know, I'm always welcome in their home. They give updates on all of the kids. I believe a fantastic relationship, as well as I hold him in high esteem. Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that ultimately if Coda were to go down there and stay down there, that would be a appropriate placement for her?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
That's the only question I had, Judge.
Anyone else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Murray, you might have to speculate on this, but if Coda ended up wanting to live with Tony Thompson and the court approved that, do you believe that Tony would let you have some kind of relationship with her?
I think he would highly encourage it. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you, sir. All right. Anyone have any further witnesses today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ronho, recommendations?
Your Honor, I do believe it's in the child's best interest that the department continue as temporary managing conservator and that Coda's placement continue at this time. I am requesting the court to do an order against Mr. Tomlin to get those items to St. Francis by 5 p.m. today, either by St. Francis getting them or he provide them. The items for the court are a pink box that is under the bed, plushies, her lights and photos, and primarily photos of her mother.
Okay.
I would also request that Miss Kimberly Arnold's contact with the child only be supervised.
Okay. Just so that our court reporter, Miss Taylor's a lot younger than I am, but just to show my age and ignorance, what is a plushie?
It's a stuffed animal.
Oh, okay. All right. You know how to spell that, Amy? I don't. Okay, she does. All right. Okay, then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator. I'll continue the current placement. I'll order the safety plan that's currently in place involving Mr. Murray and CODA be made a court order today. I'll order that CODA's visitation with Mr. Murray be as recommended by the child's therapist. CODA can let her therapist know. Mr. Murray said he felt pretty good about her therapist. I'll let CODA make her wishes known to the therapist about what kind of visitation she wants to have with Mr. Murray. It goes without saying, I guess, but I'll approve any visitation that St. Francis and the department thinks appropriate for CODA and Tony Thompson. I'll order Joshua Tomlin to turn over the items that Ms. Naranjo just now listed by 5 p.m. today. I'm about to give us a date for a final. I'm going to order that if he does not turn over those items by 5 p.m. today, that I'm ordering him to attend this final hearing. That's if somebody doesn't file a motion for contempt prior to that, which I would certainly entertain. Okay, now you wanted something about 45 days, a little over 45 days out.
Judge, depending on when CODA may be going down there, it may be better to look towards maybe, I'm thinking maybe towards mid-August to get us close to the school year starting if she's going to make a move down there. So, or maybe the beginning of August. So about
let's do that.
August 8th, 10th.
That gives me a good date. So, okay. All right, then I will set a final for August 3rd, 2026. That will be by Zoom like today's hearing. Parties can ask their lawyers or anybody can go on the court's online docket a day or two before August 3rd to see what time we'll have that hearing. That way you won't be sitting around in the waiting room all day long. So, and again, I'm ordering that if Mr. Tomlin does not turn over those items, that he is ordered to attend the final hearing. If he doesn't do so, we'll have a recess and I'll order that he be remanded and brought to the final hearing. So, all right, that will conclude this hearing.
This hearing highlights how family court decisions are rarely black and white. The court ultimately kept the department as temporary managing conservator, maintained CODA's current placement, reinforced safety protections involving Kimberly Arnold, and encouraged continued contact with supportive family members. At the same time, the judge recognized the growing possibility that Tony Thompson, someone with an established relationship with CODA and her siblings, could become a long-term placement option pending approval. Perhaps most notably, the court ordered Joshua Tomlin to return CODA's belongings by 5 p.m. and warned that failure to comply could result in serious consequences, including being compelled to appear at the final hearing. Throughout this case, the court repeatedly emphasized one legal standard above all else: the child's best interest. As this case moves toward its final hearing, the ultimate decision will center on safety, stability, and preserving meaningful family connections for CODA's future. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.